that is Mr. George Ekufu Dampare. As I said, Ghana for na boa na papi ye bona baso. Esan said dia waye no ese na efata. Na Ghana for na so ebe kai say dia papi ogusu a woye no. Dia papa no gusu a oye no. Ehye omen enumnyam. Na at the same time and so a worthy of note and must be commended for. Asema mene mo ken Ghana for ne munti masupem. Na yin who say whether we a journalist, we a politician, a businessman or a woman, or a craftsman, or if you like a mason, a carpenter, whichever jurisdiction that you find yourself in, we all have a sense of great responsibility towards this country. As oftentimes we say, Ghana say, no. Ghana best say, and say only in the hands of the politicians. It will not destroy in the hands of journalists. It will not go amiss in the hands of the masons or whoever. Ghana best say, why? Because the contributors, our factors, whatever that we contribute, little or big or small, whichever way, Nina won an adverse effect that it makes on this country. Therefore, as I see in Nayeji to say, we all have a sense of responsibility to play in going forward to see to the development of what we have been saying all this while, Ghana Beyond Aid, Gateway to Africa, Ghana Beyond Aid, Gateway to Africa, and all of those things that we want to say. No, ni narano, ebetimi akoyia, ne yewo a responsibility to share. Ain't me mbeye Gateway to Africa, ain't me mbeye Ghana Beyond Aid, ain't me mbeye the beacon of democracy, ain't me mbeye all that we have been championing without we sharing that responsibility, without the politician, the journalist, the mason, the carpenter, the business people, the working class, the judiciary, the executive, everybody playing a role. I would again commend the IGP for his great work done. But all that this audio is about the very fact to say the Inspector General of Police on the 27th of December 2021 has issued a release, or has he has issued a release, and the release is Ghana Police Service statement on communication of prophecies and their legal implications. Now, the IGP says here that as the year 2021 draws to a close, the Ghana Police Service wishes to draw the attention of Ghanaians, especially religious groups, to the fact that whereas we have the right to religion, freedom of worship, and freedom of speech, and all these rights are subject to the respect for the rights and the freedoms of citizens according to our laws. Or say, we want to caution that under Ghanaian law, it is a crime for a person to publish or reproduce a statement, rumor, or report which is likely to cause fear and alarm to the public or to disturb the public peace when that person has no evidence, underline the word evidence, to prove that a statement, rumor, or report is true. Asemi IGP kai, and me express and I emphasize it, a very important point that all of us as Ghanaians, as a CSN so. Now we should have babies or say it is also a crime for a person by means of electronic communication service to knowingly end a communication that is a false, misleading, and likely to prejudice the efficiency of life-saving service or to endanger the safety of any person. And to the IGP kanina kukuye say, any pa moye yewo the religious group num, and especially religious groups. As we all know, that there is always the saying that the Christians are much more than other religious groups. Yes, fundamentally what we have done that has destroyed the moral fiber of this country is what I think the IGP is trying to bring all of us attention to. For me, Yebekaya, somewhere in the month of October, the same Inspector General of Police brought these men, so-called these men of God, almost all of them, the Christian Council, the Charismatic Council, the Pentecostal Council, all of them to a round table, big stakeholder, broader stakeholder meeting where some lawyers, were brought to educate them about what to say, what not to say. That these statements have largely caused a lot of destruction in many Ghanaian homes, distractions against Ghanaian families, communities, society, and even work. So IGP asamo kind be brantenas here, but this is the time. Sa adena IGP no omoye no. Every way mu amenem way aka 72 hours for us to cross or to jump or to scale or to do whatever, as they say, no. Sa time in aba. Say 31st of December. Womudi babeye ensem akesie ebekeka wo sorry fie ho. Na sansem no mo babekeka no Ghana fo ntie mi o. Enkoba ne se wo beka sa asem no na ade ebeche the 1st of January. Na impuntu bi ahyase na enije sem bi esi na nkunimdi bi ayeye dia anabi. No statements way such as what they describe as prophecies, no edi ehu edi how edi amanie edi nsem akasini enoma just say ye na yenim wo memu a Kweku. I don't need to tell any Ghanaian about the causes and the effects of some of these so-called self-styled prophecies here on Modebay. Rather, eno eba beji sansem no mo keka no eno eba beji the center stage of our political social discourse. Obeka asem ne wie no ade ebeche all radio stations and television stations in Ghana would be engaged in that drive. Abra nessa see at this time no ediye a reflection. This our time no ye a sober reflection and then also introspection to see as a nation say 2021 no ye bo brand saying ye ko saying mum yen hwehwe ne yen fa no foforo ne yen ko no near this our time no eba bedwen our prophecies no. And the most dangerous aspect of this is also say nipa no this our prophecy ne beto no so no many and oftentimes they don't also offer solution. Womo mfa solution ni na omo ko wi ade omo kan say and o man na see a bompa o man na see a bompa Ghana ni bia wubeti audio with the Americans also me bo ahye so. By the way, let me say this quickly. By me bringing Ghanaians by any means chance ubenya access to this audio, whether you are a Christian, a Buddhist, a Hare Krishna or a Hindu or whatever, I do not by this audio intend to say we are fighting religion called Christianity. No. If you understand my drive and where I am, it is of us to ensure that we help to sanitize this very country of ours. We help to weed these charlatanic commercializations and adverts, which largely goes not to make any impact in our socio-political environment, except to create fear, panic, and at the end of it all, it is just to go and hide these individuals in a high esteem and just to blow their whole feet out in that significance preponderance to gain that grounds. And by the close of that charlatanic prophecies, the next day, these same Ghanaians, vulnerable Ghanaians, helpless Ghanaians, would be making their way into such fellows to go and worship with them, yet they don't have any power. Sad way yakoso wo memu for a very long time. Se Ghana for some eboa, ye na yenko back ni tracing where we started engaging ourselves in this merrymaking and the close of the merrymaking. And you maybe to say this self-style prophecies here, womade bano. And what being the diabo Ghana? Are we therefore saying those in the advanced countries, those in the developed countries, do we see these prophecies there? Do we hear it there? And yet, January Beshasiano, they are making move, they are making impact in their social economic, drive. Why Africa, for that matter, Ghana? Stop it. Why don't we want to break this chain of fallacy, falsehood, and what causes distraction to our society? Atmosphere fear and panic. Then the Ghanaian would begin to point hands and direction to certain individuals. Why? Because it's been pronounced on them death, as if there's a death squad awaiting these people. Now, sa prophecy no mudi beni na prophecy no so ebe say there is gold, there is diamond, there is a crude oil, there's a discovery of something unique that is going to help Ghana move forward. No, it's all about this personality is about to die. This fellow is going to, get an accident. Ghana is going to. It's all about omen, bad omen, bad omen. And they will not just even say I'm going to pray about it. No. So the question remains, why these charlatanic pastors and prophets and bishops in the country will not just zip their lip and even pray about it? But all they will do is just to come and broadcast this to the global world, invariably meaning that they just want to hide themselves in that preponderance, just to gain that ground, and then follow up from that period. As I say, now, Saudi way is destroying the moral fiber of this country, and it has done that for a long time. Again, I would respect the IGP's release. Why? Because share san nipa we nipa baako eda asori enimu a asori no enipa egumi about 1,000 and more. Do we know the cause effect for one person to stand before this large congregation or this large crowd of witnesses and say this to the hearing of them, and by the close of his prophecies that all of them would have to walk away? Do we know the cause that self-styled pastor or prophet has done to these thousands of people? So when Kweku, I always tell Ghanaian, these self-styled pastors and prophets and bishops in Ghana are much more the destructive agents to the society of Ghana than even the politician. Some don't just get the drive. Do you know what this individual called a pastor or a bishop has done to these Ghanaians? So assuming that by close of 31st December, we have about 10 pastors, just 10 pastors, renowned pastors in Ghana, all over the regional capitals, would have to give a prophecies of a prophecy that we all know that is going to score on a scale of 1 to 10. About 9 of them is a bad omen. 9 of the prophecies all may end up in a bad omen. What do you think these people are going to create? What do you think these people have done to those individuals sitting in those churches? In Kumasi, in Western region, Volta region, Greater Accra, and the rest. So, at the close of it, these individuals, Ghanaians, sorry, I komufie. No, my dream na say asem kesi eba Ghana. There is a fear. These prophecies we don't know that also end up destroying the economy, destroying the workforce, destroy the labor force and the human capacity. Because the human capacity, when we hear angels, they are human beings with brain. Do we know what we are doing to their brains? So why can't we all help to change this style? This phenomenon that has eaten us, it has become a Frankenstein monster, and it's eating this republic called Ghana. This situation is also connected all over Africa. And the fundamental question remains there. DNT and other developed countries, we don't see these things there. We have laws I didn't know until recently when the IGP engaged in this broader stakeholder conference. Let me name say, taking care of all this. My question is, why the political establishments in Ghana have sat for far too long for these charlatans to wing up and to do all the things they are doing? What would they say or may? Why? Ghana for. When you get this audio, share to your fellow brother or a sister. Ubetimi aye Kristo ni no wenyame audio ibi. Hwe ene wan kwotena ho. Ma osofo bi amfa ne nsa engu ti so. Ana prophet bi amfa ne nsa engu ti so. Ana bishop bi enya na asore dem en change with destiny by his word. The word is free na no keke. Because the Bible also tell us say to me e wotechrema we mo. Power lies in this tongue. Now, many of us will succeed in our quest to, grow, make it up, succeed, and above all, to meet our target in the year 2022. I will tell you, does not lie in the mouth of the pastor, prophet, or bishop. It's about you and I, our strength, the alacrity, the prowess, the energy to exhibit the quality of leadership, especially those in the leadership position, and those of us in the working class, what we need to do in order to center our mind on the grounds that we have to make it. And yes, we can. Our ability to showcase what is in us, the potential, the power drive, so we get to this. Other than that, we ain't going nowhere. There is no magic anywhere except that we have to exhibit the God-given power in us. God said in Genesis 1, after creating everything on this earth, man was the last thing to create and gave man power to have three things: power, domineering over the things of the earth, meaning that he created the earth and he placed, on the earth all the things, the resources, the minerals, deposit, everything, and he asked man to go and possess them. God didn't create man before he put those things. Those things were there already. So those developed countries that have succeeded, they've succeeded on grounds that they know what they are doing. They understand how things work. Except Africa, we are left behind. We don't know how we should think in order to maximize these potentials. Enti ubekwa sorry 31st ko na emum hwe so sofobi and then with destiny. These self-styled charlatanic men of God in our country have destroyed marital homes, have destroyed relationships, they have destroyed corporate institutions. As an investigative journalist, I know what I'm talking about. And when some of the names hit the news market, Ghanaians, you'll be shocked. And when I tell you many renowned homes that are broken today, if I tell you were orchestrated by some of these men of God, Ghanaians, you'll be shocked. Because look, there are corporate organizations in this country that have collapsed, all because of some of these charlatanic men of God. Oba will say, this your worker, or a witch, or a this, or a that. Meanwhile, that person, a mistake even a buy, sit to think and see how to resolve the issue. No, they will create a spiritual barrier. Folks, I will end here, and I entreat all Ghanaians to be sharp, to be awakened, and to see to it that God has, God is finished with us. All that is left is for us to walk into our blessings and possess them, and be doers of his word, and materialize what he has dwelt in us practically, not in the spiritual realm. May the good Lord protect us all and remind us one more time what we need to know now and into the future. May you continue to enjoy this festive mood and continue to enjoy these great tidings, and protect us, protect our nation today and forevermore. I am Kweku Annan, and I'm a journalist. Hello, folks. I'm Kweku Annan, and I'm a journalist. I bring you greetings from this festive season as we all mark the call it supposed the birth of Jesus Christ. And around this time, all of us, together with our families, friends, and loved ones, in this great tidings, it's the wish of all of us to see to it that we live and live peaceful